Hello there, teacher Eddie Moreno here. It is Friday, March the 7th, 2025. It's Friday. Let's talk about the news of the week and hopefully learn some new vocabulary and try to use it. Let's go. I would like to start by talking about Machado de Assis. This year, it's the anniversary, not the birthday, of Dom Casmurro. 125 years of Dom Casmurro. This is here in Folha. They have an English version. In case you didn't know, I recommend you take a look. So 125 years of Dom Casmurro. And I said it's an anniversary, not a birthday. What is the difference? Birthday is for people, for animals, for whomever had been born. So birth, it's the day of the birth. People and animals. Birthday is not for events or for things. So Dom Casmurro has its anniversary. Interesting, since 1900, you remember that when we say the year, we don't say 1987, 2025. We separate, right? So now it's the year 2025. It's not really common to say 2025. And here you have 19, and then you have 00. What does 00 represent? It represents 100. So we say 1900. That's how it goes. Well, if we scroll down the page here, I would like to take a quick look at the first paragraph. The central idea of the narrative arises from the question of whether, very interesting word, whether Capitu betrayed Bentinho or not. Whether is a synonym of if. So when I say a question of whether, I am saying a question of if Capitu betrayed Bentinho or not. Very nice word. There is a little bit more to this paragraph. She marries him and has a son, but her husband carries the suspicion, similar to Portuguese, suspicion, carries the suspicion. In my opinion, carry is also similar to Portuguese. Yeah, if you carry something, you have it with you carry it with your hands. So you can carry, for example, if you are a waiter, you carry drinks, you carry food to the table. So there is that. The husband carries the suspicion that the child is not his, but rather his friend's Escobar. But instead, his friend's Escobar. So very interesting vocabulary here. And everybody knows this love triangle. Yes, you all know this story. If you are Brazilian and you went to school, you know the story. This is it. And if you haven't been to school, you also know the story. Well, I would like to talk about something else now. We talked about an old story. Let's talk about a more recent story. I'm Still Here. You know the film, yeah? I'm Still Here. The first Brazilian film to win an Oscar. I'm Still Here makes history at the Oscars and overcomes its Eurocentrism. It's belonging to the Oscars. The Oscars are Eurocentric. And overcome is the same as pass, succeed, win. So you can overcome difficulties to win something. Yeah. Lots of Brazilian kids dream of overcoming their difficulties to become football stars, for example. Yeah. So if you overcome, you win, you pass difficulties or whatever. Okay. One more interesting thing here. It took nearly a century. It took almost a century. So nearly gives us this idea of almost, very close. I will give you one more example. I asked Google what the population of Goiânia is. And Google said it's 1,494,599. This is very close to 1.5. It's nearly 1.5 million. It's almost 1.5 million. So we could say that the population of Goiânia is nearly 1.5 million. And you know, century, yeah? Century is a period of 100 years. Right. Here in this paragraph, they talk about how Brazil was awarded an Oscar. If you receive an award, you receive a prize. Yeah. When you go to the Olympics, you are awarded a medal. Here, the award is a golden statuette. You know, you have the statue, and the little statue is a statuette. So there you go. That was nice. Placing a golden statuette in Brazilian hands for the first time. So if you place, you can use place as a verb, meaning to put. So you can put something here. You can place something here. Place is a synonym of put when it's used as a verb. Very nice. Very nice. Since we're talking about the arts, we talked about literature, we talked about film, the Oscars, I would like to talk a little bit about music. This singer here, Dolly Parton, she's not very, very famous in Brazil, but she is famous. And maybe you don't know Dolly Parton, the singer, but you know Dolly. Let's talk about it for a minute. This is a song that Dolly Parton released recently, and the song is dedicated to her late husband. It's important to notice here that late doesn't mean that the husband is not on time. It's nothing to do with time. Late means that somebody is dead. So when you say her late husband, it's the same as dead husband. It's not very nice to use the word dead. So we substitute that with late, a softer way of speaking. There is another very soft expression here, which is pass away. So her husband passed away at age 82. This is a softer manner of saying something that is not nice, not pleasant. So we want to sound respectful, you want to worry, and we want to use nice vocabulary. There you go. So she released this song, and my point is, you may not know Dolly Parton, like I said before, but you do know Dolly the sheep, don't you? Everybody knows the story of Dolly the sheep. They took the name of Dolly Parton and gave this name to Dolly the sheep. And in case you don't know, Dolly the sheep was the first cloned mammal ever to be created from an adult cell. So there you go. The first mammal to be created, to be cloned. It was big news at the time. And in case you don't know this story, I recommend you take a look at both Dolly Parton and Dolly the sheep. Well then, this is it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this and you've learned some new vocabulary. I hope something was more interesting, something caught your eye. And thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.